Good. Well, we have a great show for you tonight. We have 3 great comics, and hopefully we have a good time. And one more time, give us a big round of applause. Seriously, come out tonight. Summer's over, the fall's here. Okay, good. We're done clapping. Hurry up, make us laugh. Showtime's 8:30. It's 9 o'clock. You're late. So you ready? Yes? Yes. All right. Well, it's my pleasure right now to read our first comic. He plays clubs all over New England. He's a favorite in New Hampshire, Vermont, Rhode Island. He works at Calhoun Giggles. Please put your hands together. Mark Bedard. Let him know. Mark Bedard.
Keep it going for Rob Steen, everybody. You'll see him later on. Oh, thanks for coming out tonight. How's everybody doing? You got any engaged couples out here tonight? I'm going to give you a little advice if you're thinking about getting married. I knew you were afraid to admit it, but I figured you were out there. Have you done this little exercise where they say, take a look at your girlfriend or boyfriend and ask yourself, can I make love to this person, and only this person, for the rest of my life? No. And what you should be asking is, can I make love to this person, and only this person, for the next 3 to 7 years, and then make friggin' love to nobody the rest of your life? That's what you should be asking. Yeah, laugh it up. Commitment's wonderful, isn't it? Oh. I tell you, I had one of those days today. I got up, the shower went off without a hitch, I cut myself shaving, couldn't get the friggin' thing to stop bleeding, ruined a brand new pair of underwear. A little tiny piece of tissue paper up and down. I had to make up some elaborate breakfast sandwich ketchup story for my wife. Don't you hate it when you forget to shake the ketchup and you get that nasty, thin, clear liquid that drips out of the tip? There's actually a term for that. I found this out on the Learning Channel. It's called pre-ketchup. Could you perverts who laughed at that explain it to the people who didn't in the car on the way home? Sometimes the whole room laughs. It's like, wow, they're all perverts here tonight. You guys are somewhat normal, so that's pretty good. Loved watching television. When I was a kid, there were 6 to 8 channels. If my little brother held a coat hanger just in the right place. And I'm dating myself with that, I know that. I did that all through high school. Ba-dum-bum. But anyway, I'll stop on something now. I'm clicking, I stop on something. I don't know what it is, but it intrigues me. I leave it on. The other day, I stop on this show. There's these 3 middle-aged butch women just verbally abusing this sweet young gal. I'm like, is this like Scared Straight or like a gang initiation? And then I realized I was watching The View. Don't you hate The View? Oh, Lord have mercy. My brother somehow, anybody out there know anybody who's ever got involved with a cult? My brother somehow got hooked up with this group and he won't shut up about it. He's always talking to me about it, trying to get me involved. It's actually not a cult, it's a meager insurance, but he won't shut the hell up about it. Oh, friggin' commercials. Sometimes I watch a commercial, I go, how did they ever come up with the idea to use this person to pitch this product? And I think the best example has to be about 15 years ago. They come out with a perfume, and they said, let's get a washed-up old slut of a black and white actress to pitch this perfume. So they got Elizabeth Taylor to pitch the White Diamonds. White Diamonds, when you feel like smelling like a 76-year-old whore who's been with the likes of Mickey Rooney and Richard Gere. White Diamonds, smell like a dead old whore. Of course, if any of you women have it on tonight, it smells great on you. One of my favorite guilty pleasures has to be this Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Anybody watching that out there? Is that kid Scott like not the biggest little puke you've ever seen in your life? Don't you want to slap Scott? You know, for some of you young folks, you may not know this, but their father, the one who passed away before Bruce Jenner, was actually an attorney, and he was a member of the dream team that got O.J. Simpson acquitted. And if he was alive today, he'd be so proud of 2 of his daughters anyway, because they're living very comfortably by getting famous black athletes off. Took a little while to get there, but come on, that's not bad. Come on. There's a little thought in that anyway, right? Oh, gosh. I tell you, I'm getting older, folks. My body, I think it's sending me a message, or at least trying to talk to me. I'm peeing in Morse code. You young guys, don't laugh. You better hope you never get that. You don't get it, you better hope you never do. And now I know why they call them the golden years. It's when you pee all over yourself. You know you're getting older when it takes you longer to clean up after a poop than it actually took you to poop.
No soda. Take the soda off.
I hate to say this, but that's the laughter experience out there, folks, okay? It's not. Yeah, right, lady, I believe you. I've got a 17-year-old daughter, 15-year-old son. They're great kids. My wife wanted to be the best mother ever, and she was like trying to read up on all the advanced techniques and stuff, and we actually did things a little differently. We crate trained both of our children. Don't knock it. As it turns out, it's much better for the environment. We saved a ton of money on diapers, and we got a letter of accommodation from Al Gore, so we got that going for us. I know things as a father because of these two teenagers I wouldn't know otherwise. For instance, they told me about this thing, Friends with Benefits. You folks familiar with this? No. Don't shake your head, no. My son, being a smartass, says, Dad, did you have Friends with Benefits when you were in high school? And I said, we did, son, but our name was a little shorter. We just called them sluts. Of course, if any of you women are friends with benefits, it smells great on you. I had to have the sex talk with my son. My wife had it with my daughter, thank God. And I started out what I thought was innocently enough. I said, Joshua, have you ever kissed a girl? He goes, where, Dad? I didn't laugh, I was bullshit. I'm like, on the lips. He goes, which ones, Dad? That was the end of that freaking conversation. Told my wife I didn't think we had to worry about him too much. My daughter, I'm not too worried about her because to hear her tell it, that first kiss experience, the guy was all tongue and drool and gums and teeth. Apparently her grandfather got a little confused that afternoon. I want you to know, a groan for me is just like a hearty laugh, so I'm freaking killing up here. That's the way I'm looking at it. Where the hell was I? Yeah. I told my wife about her father, and she said, look, he was good enough to teach me to kiss, he should be good enough for her. Thus, more groaning, and I'm a happy man. That's right. I met my son's new boyfriend. Obviously, I meant to say I met my daughter's new boyfriend. Josh has been dating Eric since kindergarten. Let me tell you about my daughter's new boyfriend. Kind of like Kevin Federline, but without all the talent and charisma. It's a real treat, you know? My son said this to me after his baseball game last year. We're driving home. And he says, you know, Dad, when you laid down behind the backstop, you looked gay. I would have never said that to either of my fathers, but that's what he said to me. And you folks tell me, is this really gay? All right, this is what I did in his next game. I come right out of the closet on him. Fix his ass. Now he doesn't talk to me on the way home from the game anymore. My daughter topped that, though, and in a fit of rage, these were her exact words to me. She said, I'm going to kill you in your sleep, Dad. I don't have a punchline for this. I want to get it on record with as many witnesses in public as possible. It's probably the one project she completes without my help. Yeah, I screwed that up. All right, moving on. You know, I tell you folks, I'm lazy. I spend a lot of time in front of the TV, but I do get out, say 2 or 3 times a month to get a little exercise. I'll go to the movies. That stadium seating can be a pretty good climb. I like to sit up in the back. Anybody see the Brokeback Mountain movie? Only women admit to seeing that movie. I didn't see it either. But if I'm riding tall in the saddle all day, I don't think I want to be on the receiving end in the pup tent all night. You know what I'm saying? Kind of gives a whole new meaning to saddle sore, doesn't it, folks? Cowpoke. They're working on a sequel. It's called Homo on the Range. I did that joke one night, and the drunk at the bar goes, Oklahoma! So I kept it. It's the better thing I've written in months. Oh, what else is going on in this crazy life? Oh, speaking of spokespersons, Taco Bell hired Carmen Electra a couple of years ago, and they didn't stick with her, and I thought, that makes perfectly good sense. Carmen Electra, Taco Bell. Because she's something cheap that I'd be tempted to make a midnight snack of, even though I know it might make me sick in the morning. Probably went over the line with that one, folks. Sorry about that. Tell you, I watch a lot of television. I was watching The Wheel of Fortune the other day. I couldn't help but notice it. Every time someone picked a vowel, Vanna White was getting all bitchy about it and having an attitude. Yeah, and come to find out after the show, she was diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome. Could we get a couple more fucking kitchen people out here in front of me while I'm telling jokes? He's the opener. We can stand in front of him. It's not funny anyway, you know? I'm a huge fan of the Sling Blade movie. Anybody like the Sling Blade movie out there? Excellent movie. I love going into McDonald's doing a little Sling Blade. What can I get you, sir? I think I'll have me one of them large French fried potatoes. Imagine if Sling Blade had been a... Oh, I meant to tell you, you know how bad it sucks to do that impersonation when no one in the room has seen Sling Blade? It's terrible. Imagine if Sling Blade had been a romantic comedy. You complete me. And I'm leaving the third punchline out of this because you didn't laugh at the other dirty joke I told you. I'm pretty bright, and I'm not as dumb as I look up here, folks. It's virtually impossible. What else is going on here? Yeah, laugh it up. My wife had an interesting story for me the other day. She told me in the middle of the night she woke up to find me humping the bed. She told me I was giving it 10 or 12 good thrusts, taking a little break, then going back to the thrusting and breaking and thrusting. I said, I got one question. Do you ever once think about sliding underneath me when I was taking a break? It never occurred to her, sir. That's right. I saw a thing on Good Morning America where they said, with all the time and money Americans are spending on getting a good night's sleep, that sleep is now the new sex. So I've been telling all my buddies my wife's a nymphomaniac. I'm pretty good in the sack myself. Thank you very, very much. Oh, what else is going on? Oh, how about this fearless leader we got in the White House, Barack Obama? How's he doing, everybody? We got a few fans out there, right? I see when he first got into office, his priorities were in order, because the first thing he did was he sent a bust of Winston Churchill back to England. And apparently he's still trying to figure out a way to try and send the Statue of Liberty back to France. But that's Barack for you. They're working on Barack Obama's nightwear. It's called the Obama Pajama. This way he can lie to you all day and lie with you all night. That's right. Thank you very much, you Obama haters. Listen, I'm not prejudiced. He's half black, he's half white. I personally think he's a terrible president, and I'd ask you to vote for anyone but him. But that's it. This is my tiny little soapbox up here. What else?
Or someone better.
Anyone? Open a phone book? I mean, this is Barack Obama's jobs plan. You need to pass this plan now. You need to pass it right now. You need to pass it right away. That's like me coming up and saying, you need to laugh at this joke. You need to laugh at this joke right away. Pass this joke. Laugh at this joke. It's funny. No, it's not. Your fucking jobs plan sucks. All right, now that I've alienated most of the audience, you notice I saved that to the end of my set because I don't really give a shit and I'm very opinionated. You know that ketchup thing. After my set one night, a little old lady comes up to me and she goes, "Young man." And I looked down and she was stinking of white diamonds. I says, "Yeah." And she goes, "You know that ketchup thing, there's a way to get rid of it." Yeah, I had to ask. I go, "What's that, ma'am?" She goes, "You gotta fluff them up." And then she winked at me and offered to buy me a drink. All right, I'm Mark Bedard. Thank you very much for your attention.